Well, we are going to wrap up the book of Ruth and head into the first book of Samuel with the next 10 questions from Test Your Bible Knowledge written by Carl Shoup. 1 Samuel is where we'll eventually meet King Saul and read all about the adventures with King David. This will be a great resource for multiple choice questions. There are plenty of great stories here and also life lessons. As you know, each question comes with 4 answer choices, and I am hoping to pick the right one. I need to get another perfect score on this one since I did so poorly the last few times. I need to improve my cumulative score. Well, let's see how it turns out as I get to the first question for this quiz, which is question number 291. That Ruth should lie at the feet of Boaz on the threshing floor was the idea of A. Boaz, B. Ruth, C. Naomi, or D. the city elders. And I believe the answer here is C. Naomi. I think that she advised Ruth to do this, so I'm going to answer C for number 291. 292. When Boaz found Ruth at his feet, he was impressed because she had not followed A. a rich man, B. a young man, C. a transient, or D. an elder of the city. And I think that the answer here, it's either A, a rich man, or B, a young man. And I think that it's B, a young man, because I think there were young men gleaning in the fields, and she could have had an opportunity to follow one of them. So I'm going to go with B for number 292, a young man. Number 293. Ruth's next of kin would not buy the field Naomi was about to sell because Ruth went with it. And A, he did not love Ruth. B, Boaz offered him a better field for the same price. C, he would have to restore the name of Mahlon to the property. Or D, he was married already. And this one's a tough one. I'm not sure exactly the answer for this question. I'm going to start to rule out a couple of these, and the first one I'm going to eliminate is B. Boaz offered him a better field for the same price. I'm going to eliminate that. I don't remember that as happening. And D, I don't think that that would have been a real concern. He was married already. I don't think that that would have been an issue. A, he did not love Ruth. Doesn't seem to be a great answer either. So I'm going to eliminate that. And I'm going to go for C. He would have to restore the name of Mahlon to the property. I'm not sure about that being the right answer, but I'm hoping that it's the best answer here. So for me, 293, I'm going to go with C. All right, 294. When one plucked off his shoe and gave it to another, it signified A, confirmation of a transfer, B, an insult, C, an invitation to dinner, or D, an agreement that would go away. I believe the answer here is A, confirmation of a transfer. I don't think that it's any of the other ones, so I'm going to go with A for 294. 295. Ruth bore Boaz a son, and Boaz thereby was to become the great-grandfather of A, Saul, B, Jesse, C, David, or D, Samuel. And we can eliminate Saul and Samuel, so it is either Jesse or David. And I want to go with C, David, because I think that Boaz bore a son, and his name was Obed, and then I think Obed bore Jesse, and then Jesse bore David. So for 295, I'm going to go with C. All right, 296. It is the first question from the book of 1 Samuel. Hanna promised the Lord that if he would give her a son, she would A, give him to Peninnah, B, never let a razor come upon his head, C, name him Elkanah, or D, make a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. And I'm not sure what the correct answer here is at all. I'm going to eliminate B, never let a razor come upon his head, and I'm going to get rid of C, name him Elkanah, and it's either A or D, and I'm leaning towards D because she was going to give him to the Lord, and it seems like making this pilgrimage to Jerusalem would be the correct answer, so I'm going to go ahead and go for that. My choice is D for 296. Okay, question number 297. Eli thought Hanna was A, desolate, B, dissolute, C, drunken, or D, delightful. And the answer here is C, drunken. She was praying, I believe, and he saw her moving her lips, and he thought that she was drunk. So C is my answer for 297. All right, 298. Eli's sons persisted in improprieties, even lying with the women who assembled at the door of the tabernacle, because the Lord A was determined to slay them, B could make no impress on their minds, C was indifferent to their fate, or D hoped their excesses would sober them. And this one's a tough one. I'm not sure exactly the answer here. So I'm going to eliminate D, hoped their excesses would sober them. That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. C was indifferent to their fate. That also doesn't seem to be the right answer here. So it's between A or B, and I'm going to go with B, could make no impress on their minds, and I'm going to hope that's the right answer. So for me, 298, I'm going to choose B. 299. From Dan to Beersheba, all Israel knew that A, Eli's sons, Hophni and Phinehas, would die on the same day, B, the time was coming when there would never be an old man in the house of Eli, C, Samuel was established to be a prophet of the Lord, or D, the Lord had called Samuel 4 times before he realized who was speaking. And I'm going to go right for C. I'm pretty confident that that's the answer. Samuel was established to be a prophet of the Lord. So for 299, my answer is C. All right, question number 300. The fright induced in the Philistines by the Israelites' Ark of the Covenant caused them to A, win the battle, B, lose the battle, C, avoid the battle, or D, panic. And I think that the answer here may be D, panic. Okay, that makes 10. And now we'll go to the back of the book and see which ones I was able to answer correctly. And I started with number 291. And that was the question about Ruth lying at the feet of Boaz. And I picked C for my answer, and the correct answer is C, and it was Naomi that made that suggestion. So 291, correct answer is C. 292, correct answer is B, and I wrote down B. And that was the question about Boaz found Ruth at his feet, and he was impressed because she had not followed. And the correct answer is B, a young man, and that's what I put here. All right, 293. The correct answer is C, and that's what I put was C. And this was the one, Ruth's next of kin would not buy the field Naomi was about to sell because Ruth went with it, and he would have to restore the name of Mahlon to the property. Correct answer C. I got that one right. That's good news. 294. Correct answer is A, and I put down A, which is good. This was the question about taking your shoe off and giving it to another. That was to confirm a transfer. Next one is 295. The correct answer is C, and I put down C, and that was David was the great-grandson of Boaz and Ruth, so good news. 296, correct answer B, and I marked D. And this question was the first question out of the book of Samuel. It was the one Hanna promised the Lord that if he would give her a son, she would, I marked D, make a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. And actually the correct answer is B, never let a razor come upon his head. So look at that. B was the correct answer for that, not D. 297. The correct answer is C, and I marked C, and this was the one that Eli saw Hanna, and Eli thought that she was drunk. 298, the correct answer is A, and I marked B. And this was the question about Eli's sons, and they were continuing to act inappropriately. Correct answer was A, and that was the Lord was determined to slay them. 299, this was the question about from Dan to Beersheba all Israel knew, and I put down C, that Samuel was established to be a prophet, and that was the correct answer, C. 300, the last one, the question was the fright induced in the Philistines by the Israelites' Ark of the Covenant caused them to, I said D, panic, and the correct answer is A, win the battle. So there you go. And I missed that one, and that makes 3, which is 70% correct, and that's not great. Well, we'll press on with the next set of 10 questions, and they'll be out of the book of 1 Samuel, and I'll get another chance to get a perfect score.